Have you ever walked away from a conversation in your marriage and you're thinking, that's not what I meant, but somehow it's turned into frustration? You weren't trying to argue, you weren't trying to hurt each other, but the conversation went wrong. And over time, those moments stack up.
So actually, you find out you're talking less, you're holding things in, and slowly your connection begins to fade. So what's actually happening? Why do conversations go wrong, even when your intentions are good? In this video, we're going to show you 3 hidden communication patterns that are quietly damaging your connection and how to fix them today.
Let's dive in. We are Jeff and Teresa Fields, and this is Inspiring Marriages, where our mission is to help couples strengthen their relationship, grow spiritually together, and to experience the marriage that God has designed for them. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready to go. After 34 years of marriage, we have learned one thing. Bad communication isn't about bad intentions, it's about bad patterns. And if you don't recognize those patterns, you're prone to repeat it.
That's right.
Pattern number 1, you're listening to react. The Bible says in James chapter 1, verse 19, that so then, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. And let's be honest, most of us do the opposite. We're not slow to speak. We're preparing our response while the other person is still talking. There's a tendency for us to want to protect ourselves or to justify ourselves. And so while someone else is talking, we're not really listening. We're thinking about what we're going to say next.
Yeah. Planning our comeback, right? You're listening just enough to figure out what to say next. So that's not really listening, is it, Jeff?
No, you're not trying to understand what your spouse is saying. All right. Let's give an example. So let's say your spouse comes to you and says, I feel like we haven't been connecting lately. And instead of hearing what they're saying, or as this is a moment to connect, you hear it as criticism.
Oh, yes.
You're not hearing their heart. You're like, oh, I messed up. I'm not doing something right. I'm not measuring up. I'm just not doing well. So you respond, that's not true. We just spent time together yesterday. Now the conversation shifts from connection to defense.
Oh, yes. So going in, like you said, feeling like you were inadequate all of a sudden because of what your spouse said. So you're feeling under attack. So you're going to be in react mode, right? Not listening to respond, not taking it the right way. As a plea for connection, you're just taking it as, this is a personal attack.
So this is an example to how to respond to something like that. Tell me more about it. What can we do?
That's good.
And that one sentence, it will change everything.
Takes a lot of humility, doesn't it, Jeff?
It takes a lot of humility because, if you don't know yet, your husband, when he hears you, he's listening for things that he can do, how he can react, how he can help. So he's just listening for what do I need to do, what I need to do
to fix it.
And he wants to fix it. So let's use this moment as not a confrontation, criticism type of situation, but it is an opportunity to make a real connection between you and your spouse. So when you listen to react, that blocks connection.
Exactly.
Listening to understand builds connection.
That's right. We were talking about building bridges last week. Really, we want to build that bridge between the two of us so that we're not missing each other, not failing to connect, and not misusing our language and causing hurt. We don't want to do that.
Pattern number 2 that hurts our conversations, trying to be right.
Uh-oh.
Now, let's be honest, and I want you to be honest. Do you sometimes care more about being correct than being connected? Now, you have to answer that yourselves. has there been any time in your marriage? I can say truthfully, yes. In our
Yes.
34 years of marriage, that there's times when I want to be more right than I want to be more connected. It's not the mature thing to say.
Don't
Well, I guess it
do
is the
that.
mature thing to say, right? Is to
Right.
recognize that.
Yes, yes.
So your spouse may say, what you did or what you said hurt me. And your instinct is to say, that's not what I meant.
Exactly. Exactly.
So when you do that, when you say, that's not how it happened, that's what I meant, what you're doing is dismissing their experience.
Again, dismissing their feelings and their perspective. You're each going to have different perspectives at times, and you can't just dismiss that, right? You have to validate, like we've talked about before.
Right.
Validate your spouse.
Right. So instead of saying, that's not what I meant, say, I'm sorry I hurt you. Help me understand what you felt.
Yes, that's really good, Jeff.
You can win an argument and lose that connection with your spouse.
So you've missed an opportunity to connect. This is what we're talking about all the time. Every opportunity to connect, we need to make the most of that time, not just cast it aside because our pride is rising up and we don't like what our spouse is saying.
If any of this is resonating with you, we have a free resource for you. It's called From Lonely to Best Friends Again, and it's a 7-day devotional designed for Christian couples, step by step, day by day, practical steps to do together that will restore those connections.
Yes,
so if you would like
yes.
a copy of it, there should be a link in the description below, and also in the comments there should be a description. So look down below and find that link and get you that copy of that free 7-day devotional. Pattern 3 that we have noticed that have hurt conversation is assuming intent.
Wow. This one causes a lot of damage, doesn't it, Jeff?
It does, because when we assume what the other person meant.
That's right. It's like the enemy wants you to accuse your spouse of something. That's one of his biggest lies, is to speak accusation to your mind for you to think about your spouse, and it come out in your words if you don't get rid of that idea. It's a terrible thing to sow discord between the two of you.
And I think you see this a lot in early marriages where there's not a long track record of really knowing the other person's character.
Exactly.
So in 35 years, 34 and a half, we have built up a connection. We have a track record of each other sacrificing for the other. We have a track record of where we really know each other's characters. Just after 35 years, you really can't hide a lot of stuff.
No.
Eventually, it all comes out. It just
it
comes
does,
out like,
and the
okay,
good stuff all
here it
comes
is.
out.
I need to fix that. Lord, help me fix that.
Yeah.
But if you're new in a relationship, new in a marriage, so you might hear something, and now you're assuming what that person meant because you don't have 30, 40 years of experience that lets you interpret what that person meant. No, you might assume what they meant and say, you said that because you don't care, or you did that on purpose. But those assumptions, what they do, they create misunderstanding.
Yes.
So if your spouse says something that is hurtful, don't assume that they meant to do that. Say, help me understand what you meant. And
Yes.
Teresa?
Yes, that's good. And even if they use the wrong words unintentionally, I think that will help them pause and say, I need to say what I just said differently because that didn't come out right. It really does give you both a chance to pause and not just start getting all your emotions all worked up, assuming the wrong things about each other. Yeah, that's so good. We got to exercise. We have to exercise a lot of patience with one another. Give each other grace.
Give each other
mercy and grace.
Grace, mercy, and grace. And a lot of leadway, right? So listen to this. Assumptions create distance. Questions create clarity.
That's so good. That's so good. And you got to make sure the questions are not accusatory kind of questions. Oh, is that what you're meant? You don't want it to come out that way. No bitter attitude in that question. It needs to be an honest question. Like you said, can you tell me more about this? Help me understand. What do you mean by that? Just good, clear questions so you can really hear each other and communicate well.
That's so good. So in our next video, we're going to talk about how to have those hard conversations without damaging your marriage. So we'll see you over there. Here's the link to it. We'll see you over there. And remember, God designed husband and wife to be friends for life.